As one of the best strikers to ever play the game, everyone loved watching Luis Suarez with the ball on the pitch. But behind the legendary goals lies a personal darkness unmatched by any other player. From biting opponents to racist abuse, Suarez's career has been a roller coaster of brilliance and backlash. This is Luis Suarez and his history of hatred. Let's start with the part that everyone knows, Suarez and his teeth. While biting has happened between other players before, what makes Suarez stand out is that he did it 3 separate times to 3 separate players, progressively getting worse. His first incident was back in 2010, while playing for Ajax, in a 0-0 draw. What makes this even funnier is that even if you can't understand the language, the commentator mentions legendary boxer Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson weet ooit,
who, if you didn't know, also had a biting incident mid-match that left his opponent's ear looking like this. Suarez got a 7-match ban as a result of this. Suarez's next eating episode happened just 3 years later in 2013. While down 2-1 late in the game against Chelsea, Ivanovic plays great defense against Suarez, frustrating him. So as a result, he bites Ivanovic, but with the referee missing it and no VAR at the time, he stayed on the pitch. Luckily, later he did end up getting a 10-match ban when it was reviewed. But he wasn't done yet. Just 1 year later in 2014, Suarez would make his most notorious nibble, when at the World Cup once again, late in the game, tied 0-0, Suarez would bite legendary Italian defender Cellini.
again, into the box, there's the first challenge, oh dear, oh.
And then proceed to roll around and grab his teeth, basically admitting that he's guilty of the biting accusations. This one came with one of the harshest punishments yet, a 4-month ban from all football activity. And while a lot of people said that this was too much, you could argue that since he's a repeat offender, this level of punishment is justified. It got so bad that fans constantly trolled him about it, from outfits to a multitude of memes, to even stadium chants by the fans. One dark cloud that has been looming over Suarez for his entire career was his clash with Patrice Evra. At the time, Evra was one of the best left backs in the world, playing for a legendary Manchester United team. But during a match on October 15, 2011, Suarez used racist language towards Evra. And here's the story.
Unfortunately for him, I speak Spanish. I say, "What did you say?" And he said again, the N-word, and he said, "Anyway, I don't speak with any the N-word."
This led to Suarez getting an 8-game ban. In the next game between the two, Suarez skipped over shaking Evra's hand, resulting in Evra pulling it back, and Rio Ferdinand also didn't shake Suarez's hand as a result. But to end it all, my favorite part was Evra celebrating the win right in front of Suarez. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more videos like this. From my expert analysis, I noticed a trend. I think that whenever Suarez's team isn't winning, he gets frustrated and does something rash. In every game that he has had a major incident, it always comes when his team is either tied or losing. Like this game against Chile, where he punches a player being down 0-1, or this incident tied 0-0 late in the game, where he does an absolutely disgusting dolphin dive. Honestly, I don't know how he expected anyone to believe this, it was terrible. Even with VAR, you can see how bad this is. But the most infamous Suarez incident, the one that people hate him for to this day, happened in the 2010 World Cup. It was Uruguay versus Ghana. Both teams scored earlier in the game, and in the 120th minute of extra time, Dominic Adaya flops while receiving a pass from his teammate and earns Ghana a free kick. From this free kick comes one of the most controversial plays in the history of the sport. Luis Suarez intentionally saves the goal with his hand, leading to an immediate red card and penalty for Ghana, obviously. Ghana lines up the penalty shot and they miss, not capitalizing on the handball and ultimately losing in penalties. Ghana losing this game meant that there wouldn't be an African team in the semifinals for the first time ever, and we would have to wait over a decade longer until 2022 for Morocco to represent Africa in the semifinals. This play also made Suarez one of the most hated athletes in Africa to this day. I've seen people call it cheating, which it isn't, and I think that it was just an intelligent play by Suarez, because either you let the goal go in and you lose in the last minute of the game, or you're in the last minute of the biggest tournament and you give your team a retry at stopping a shot, and it worked out well. Now I know what you might be thinking. If he has done all of this bad shit, How can people actually like him? As a player, Suarez is one of the best strikers you will ever watch. A supremely gifted scorer, and his desire to win was stronger than everyone else on the field at times. He was the ultimate competitor, a player that would do anything to get an upper hand, no matter what others thought about it. And he was part of some of the best attacking performances in the history of the sport. He also has one of my favorite celebrations of all time. In the end, Luis Suarez will always be legendary. Whether it was for good or bad reasons, he was always a player you would want on your team, but hate to play against. So the question is Suarez a misunderstood superstar, or a negative symbol of everything wrong with the sport? Let me know in the comments down below. This is Gade Films. Like, subscribe, and stay fantastic.